Hello, welcome to Nintendo Nostalgia, episode 217. I'm your host, Jacob Rush, and I'm joined by my co-hosts, Ryan Black and Joshua Taylor. We are back, and we are playing with power. Boys, happy Thanksgiving. How are you doing?
We're doing just fine over here in West Virginia.
You know, I am pretty good. Surviving the new work training regime. And so, yeah.
Good. Well, as everyone can see, we decided to backtrack a little bit, and it wasn't Ryan we should have fired. It was actually Chris, and Chris is not here because we decided he sucks now and not Ryan. So that's why there's a change here. And Parker, well, he just didn't make the cut. So
see, the trick is when you fire someone, you hire them back as quickly as possible so they don't collect like
money,
unemployment off of you. Yeah, it's the win-win.
It's very much because when we have to pay unemployment to people, well, it's a lot of money we have to put out,
Yeah.
I mean, it's about half of what you make, I think, originally, and it's still a ton of money. I mean, because we pay so much. Filthy rich. I mean,
there is a lot of zeros that we make off of this show.
It's all zeros.
All of them. Yep, all zeros.
All zeros.
All the numbers.
Absolutely. All zeros. So, but with that said, guys, I was not on our Thanksgiving episode last year. Going through a life crisis as the start of something terrible. But this year I'm here, and I'm glad to be here. And we all know 2020 has been a weird year for everybody, the whole freaking planet. Yeah. To some, it's been a major curse. To some, it's been a blessing and in disguise. And I think for me personally, I actually think 2020, although it sucked in a weird way, it's been like it's been a sucky way to a path of healing.
Okay.
I'm seeing more hope and optimism in the future beyond this year. But I've had to go through the muck of my own personal stuff outside of just everything that's happened in 2020. But we want this episode. It's not going to be very long. We know everyone's got Thanksgiving plans when they're listening to this, whether it's Thursday or the weekend. Whatever you're doing, and we're just here to talk about what we're thankful for this year, and specifically as well, and talk about what we're thankful for from Nintendo, which is the main thing that brings us together here. But before that, Chris did leave a voicemail, so we want to go ahead and play that for you.
Hey guys, it's Chris. Thanks for letting me take off this week. I actually was planning on being with you guys tonight. I just figured I'd take advantage of the time and kind of catch up on some life stuff. So I look forward to hearing how much I suck and I got fired and all that. But, 2020's obviously been a very challenging year for all of us. But at the same time, I think it's brought a lot of great new changes and opportunities as well. So for me personally, I feel very blessed that I finally got my bachelor's degree, and in a few months I'll get my license for being an environmental health specialist, and I still can't believe I got into grad school and that I love it, so very thankful for all those things. But with difficult circumstances, some great new things can come out of it, so there's been many examples of that this year. I think one of the biggest ones for me is that I was able to find you guys and start working with you. And so it's just been great to bounce ideas off of each other and kind of challenge ourselves to be a little bit better. So another thing that I'm grateful for. In addition, I've met a lot of great new people this year, and I've been able to reconnect with old friends. So that's been nice. But gaming-wise, I don't think this has been Nintendo's strongest year. There's still been a lot of big hits, but a lot of them just were not for me. So Pikmin 3, I already have it. Same thing with Xenoblade. And Paper Mario looks good. It's just that I'm not really jumping out of my seat to go play it, at least not yet. And Age of Calamity looks good. It's just that I never got too invested in Breath of the Wild, so it's just not for me right now. But I'm sure it's good. I have played a lot of good stuff this year, like earlier in the year when we were all locked up and kind of worried about what was going on. I played Animal Crossing and Mario Kart and Smash and Splatoon, so it was nice to kind of connect with people in that way. And I finally beat Ghost Trick for DS, love that game. And I also played a lot of great indie and third-party games like A Hat in Time, Splasher, Bomb Chicken, the Crash and Spyro trilogies, Assault Android Cactus, and Little Inferno. And more recently, I've been playing Luigi's Mansion 3 and Mario 64 and the All-Stars collection, and really enjoying those. A few games that I think I'm going to focus on for the rest of the year are Henry Hatsworth and the Puzzling Adventure for DS, Dragon Quest VIII for 3DS, and Wonder Boy 4 for the Sega Genesis Mini. But yeah, thank you guys again for allowing me to join your team. I think we've had a great year, and I'm really excited about what we have planned for the future. And I hope everyone has a great Thanksgiving. All right, I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye now.
There you have it. Well, Chris, thank you. He already predicted his firing and the reasoning behind it, and that he would be rehired in the near future. So the man's a prophet, apparently. But yeah, Chris brings up a lot of great points, and thank you for sharing, Chris, what you are thankful for this year, and with gaming wise and outside of that. I'm going to heart that in our little Skype comment section here. Guys, why don't you take it off? Ryan, why don't we start with you? What are you thankful for this year in life in general, and with Thanksgiving, Nintendo-wise?
Okay. It's been a tough year. A lot of changes have happened. A lot. But I think overall, we have gone from having 9 people in our house, living in our house, to just 3 people. So it's quite a big shift, and that's over a short period of time. Just the way life happened, and just COVID hit, and just things went crazy. And so it was unexpected, but it's also it kind of creates a really, really like unified and kind of intimate home. Like it's very cozy, very yes, it's quiet, but it's so full of love still. And it was so chaotic with so many people here at the beginning of the year, and it's just really cool to get a new perspective and to see things change. Um, you know, uh, Going from working at a job that I was, the face for the business and doing a lot of manager stuff, and just really, really like all the time. That was kind of what kind of took up my time. Um, and then coming home and working from home a lot, and like just digging in hard, and understanding the intricacies of the business, and writing the standard operating procedures for the business, and training people remotely, and just kind of taking on a different role. And it made me realize, like, I'm really thankful for being able to be home and be with my family more. That's something that I never really got to sit with because I was gone so much, and just, I'd take out my whole day working because I'd have to stay during lunch, and lunches were 3 hours. And so, like, that's a big chunk of your day, especially if you're working 8 hours plus 3 hours for the break in between. And you just, I had switch time, but didn't have a lot of family time. So just being home and being around family has helped so much. And I'm so thankful for that. And then, transitioning on into a new job this year, I'm so thankful that that opportunity even opened up, and that I am in such a great place, and it's actually feeding me, and I am like challenged, and I'm able to work with people, and I'm knowledgeable in what I do, even at the starting level, and just I'm able to shine, and that's just beautiful. And I've got opportunities to grow and become better in new areas that I never would have had at the kennel where I was. And so, like, yes, there's a lot of endings in 2020, but there's a lot of new beginnings, and that's really exciting for me. And to take that to a Nintendo side of things, it's been a pretty what's the word? I guess slow year for gaming. A lot of great games have come out, but not a lot of like blockbuster. Everybody must pick it up things. Up until like Breath of the Wild had their Age of Calamity come out for Hyrule Warriors. So that was kind of a big thing. But it's been a slower burn year. We didn't get like a big Pokemon game this year. They just did DLC, which is not unlike them having like a third game after two games come out initially. They had that third one with expanded story. It's not unlike that, but it wasn't a big, huge deal. And then like kind of rewinding back, we had some fun playing some clubhouse games with people, but again, COVID had hit, so we don't have a lot of time spending like going over to people's houses and playing with these games with them. So that kind of fell flat a little bit. But at the same time, like Animal Crossing came out before that and really hit home with so many people. And I'm so thankful that it was this boost that Nintendo like needed. And I mean, not necessarily say they would be hurting if they didn't do Animal Crossing, but like it came at such a good time. And like so many people bought a Switch just to fill that gap in time in COVID. And so like it's been really, really, Nintendo has been so blessed with all of that and even going strong with the new consoles launching and everything. And I'm really thankful for Nintendo just being strong in where they are. And I'm also thankful that Nintendo's listening and adding things where needed. Like they added the reverse controls, reverse access controls, or what have you, to the 3D collection, and even just launching the 3D collection and giving us those six Mario 64, Super Mario Sunshine, Mario Galaxy, getting all of that stuff. I'm so thankful for that. Like I was able to play Sunshine again. And that's something that I've been wanting to go back to and play for a long time, and just to experience that on Switch portably anywhere. Like it's kind of a dream, and like it was a lackluster year for Nintendo going into it. We didn't know what was coming. We still didn't know what was coming up until like a month or two before. Each time they announced something new, but yeah, they've really pulled out some great titles and things that I think were perfect transitions to get them to the bigger years with the big hitting AAA titles for Nintendo. But it's awesome that the indie people and the third party developers came and helped out and put games on Switch. I'm so thankful for that as well. It's just even I'm thankful, for Microsoft, coming over to the Switch with their games, and I'm experiencing Ori for the first time. So thankful for that. I'm hearing that the second one is even better. In fact, Jacob just mandated that was my must get for this year. So I'm going to be diving into Will of the Wisps, and
That's right.
that should be a lot of fun. I'm definitely looking forward to that as
Very
well.
fun.
It's taken me all year, but I've been working through Picross S2. I've actually been working on it for a couple of years now, and I'm almost done with it. I have like one more puzzle to do, and then I can move on to the next one. So that's also something that I'm really like thankful for, is just the time to actually just sit down, space out, and do some puzzle games as well. Um, I know I love Nintendo, and I'm so thankful for them, and thankful for where I am in life right now. And I think that wraps it up pretty much for me. Josh, what about you?
I'm going to start with the gaming side of it, because there was a handful of things there that honestly I probably spent more time with than I should have this year, as you all know. To start, actually, my job, when everything started to happen in March, I've been working from home. One morning I got up and was going to go to work, and my boss called and told me, nope, stay home. So I haven't went in since. Long story short, because of that, I've also got in some more gaming time, a lot less travel and all of that sort of thing. And everything else in life has pretty much gotten canceled or haven't been going, kind of like with our church and things like that. It's all been over Facebook and that sort of thing. Just a lot less going on overall.
Right.
Of course, back then, what was it? Is it the end of March? Animal Crossing came out at like the perfect time.
Yeah.
So that's one in particular I actually am like thankful for. I know it's kind of goofy saying, "Oh, I'm so thankful for this video game," but like that one, I kind of feel like it's almost appropriate to say that one. It not only like my wife and me and my daughter and all of us got to enjoy it together, but even outside of that, I think it sort of helped kind of helped us keep connected with some other friends and even some family. Even like my mom that never plays games has a copy of it. Granted, she hasn't put a whole lot of time into it, but along with that, and like you guys, we got to jump into some fun stuff with you online, and particularly with Animal Crossing. So yeah, that one really sticks out. We still go back to it and pick at it and things. I just think that showed up at the perfect time. Um, Another game in particular, to keep it all Nintendo related at least, Paper Mario, the Origami King. I was really happy to see how well it turned out, because the last two in that series wasn't real pleased with. Um, but yeah, that one I ended up loving. We went and fully 100%ed it. It was one of those, again, my daughter Lily is getting to that age where she's getting more interested in this sort of stuff. And it was just one I kind of got to enjoy a lot with her. She liked the characters and things like that. And a lot of smiles throughout that one. I really liked that one. Um, and then 3D Collection, while we're on the topic of Mario, that was another one that, like, it was a great, easy way to go back and revisit that stuff. Again, with a kid of my own this time, like a 64, and Sunshine. And then with Galaxy in particular, we enjoyed She's Learning How to Read, and we got to go through the book. And, Rosalina's book, whatever, I don't know if it really is a name, but her story there in the library. And she got to help me read that. So stuff like that was really cool. And I think it was kind of a perfect time for that kind of stuff to come out, because we really got to dig into it and enjoy it. Like I said, we've been stuck home a lot more than we're used to, than somewhat we're comfortable with. But and then a few others mixed in there, like Pikmin 3. I actually didn't get, because I already have it on Wii U. We borrowed it from a friend, and it's given my wife and I something to really work on together. Same with Howard Warriors, Age of Calamity. Well, not same. I actually got that one. Also had a lot of time to catch up on old games and stuff this year. I don't even know where to begin on that list. There's quite a bit. It's yeah. I mean, honestly, just the new games, the old games, and all that in general has really made this year a lot easier than it could have been, with just being stuck at the house. Now, I lost my train of thought there. I have a list here I was trying to go over, and I completely screwed it all up. So I'm just going to throw that aside here. But I guess on the other end of that, I'm really thankful to have a job that I was able to work from home. That there wasn't any real talk of like losing it or of it going anywhere. Which, well, I don't want to say too much, but in the past, I feel like it could have just disappeared pretty easily. So I'm a little bit surprised by that, but I'm very thankful for that. I don't love what I do. Mentioned that before, but it's got me through this. So that I'm definitely thankful for it, because we wouldn't have been able to make it. And it's given me time with my family, with my immediate family, like my daughter especially. Granted, she's sometimes seen me at my worst, since she does see me work sometimes. But for that, I'm still thankful for. Had a lot of good times with that. Also, with being stuck at home, I'm sorry. I know I'm starting to just get kind of long winded here. But we haven't got to spend as much time with family as we normally would. But we've still kind of found ways to make it work. Like I'm not gonna lie and saying we've done perfect with social distancing and things like that. We've definitely tried, and we've tried to use some sense, and with certain family members especially, we've been extra careful with. But we still managed to make ways to kind of make it happen. Like when we went to go see my grandma, we've been outside. We just set everything up out in the backyard. Long story short, but we've made things work. So I'm thankful for that. Things like even just being able to pull up people on FaceTime has been great. So I'm glad that we still don't have to completely shut down and just be away from everybody and that sort of thing. And Ryan kind of made me think of it there. And just, and wearing masks pretty much everywhere we go. It doesn't really bother me. I know some people or whatever. But yeah, I just, throughout this very strange year, it's, I don't even know how to properly talk about it, looking back at this point. But I'm thankful we've been making it through. And I do have hope that this weird sort of whole COVID lockdown thing will come to an end. At least it'll take a big step in the right direction, hopefully, and a lot of this will get taken care of, back to normal, and hopefully a new normal. I don't like being stuck at the house.
It will.
I don't like feel like I've been spinning my wheels for quite a while now, not really able to get anywhere. So yeah, at the same time, I'm trying to keep the right mindset because I can tell you throughout this, I definitely have not a lot. So I'm trying to look back now and just be thankful for how it has turned out, and how well we have made it through, and just hoping for everything to turn around to be better in the future, to come back to sort of a new normal, but not in a bad, scary way. Just hopefully it'll kind of set us on the right path, if that makes sense. Yeah, that's. I will shut up from there. That is all I've got for the time being.
All right, yeah. Well, thank you, Josh, for sharing, and Ryan as well. There is a lot to be thankful for, even in a year that's been so tough. For myself personally, I'm just thankful for, obviously God. I mean, I just wouldn't be around if it wasn't for the Lord guiding every step that I take, and that's the honest truth, and it's not perfect. Go up and down with this stuff and in life, and I make mistakes, and sometimes I make the right choices too. Just try to let Him lead, but He's a loving God, and He cares, and so that's first and foremost. Thankful for Him, and thankful for the people He's put in my life, and really shown the people who are the ones He wants to be there, and to invest in my life, and for me to invest in them as well too. So thankful for that, and I'm thankful for my new girlfriend Lindsay, and her daughter Charlotte. Just we take it one day at a time, let the Lord lead, and just trust Him with it every step of the way. Just brought a lot of healing in my life. Are things perfect? No. I went through something very traumatic. A divorce is a death. It's an unwanted death, and that the worst part of it is that person's still alive. They are still alive, but it's a death to that relationship of something that was tied together as an oath to God, and broken by somebody else, which is very scarring. But the fact is, the start of 2020 was terrible, mentally, and where I was at, and halfway through, hope was there, and honestly, the lockdown was very, very beneficial to me personally. Just allowed my brain to finally catch up to the world a little bit from everything I'd been going through, and so I guess I'm kind of thankful for that. Obviously, I don't want another one, but it's helped. It did help with healing. It helped me catch up a little bit there mentally with the world, to calm down. But outside of that, I'm thankful to be up here on my own, and thankful to have my children in my life, and that I love them, and they love me, and that I've just been able to be a good dad, single dad to them, and to love them and to provide for them. I'm not sitting in rich buku dollars, and life is pretty stressful every week, raising 2 kids on your own, and working full time. Yeah, making the money I can. I'm not living rich. I'm living good enough to pay off little debts, and to slowly save, and to make what I can make to survive, and just thankful. The Lord keeps me afloat every day, and just trust Him with it all. Gaming wise, honestly, there's not been that much stuff. Yeah, I played a lot of Animal Crossing, but I'm not gonna sit here and say that game saved my life. It definitely killed some time. That was nice, but it is. And Animal Crossing is fun, but once my life got busy again, I realized how useless that game is to me. I don't have time for it. I don't want to go back because I'm afraid to see all the weeds and all the cockroaches. So I'm not really motivated to go back. But I am thankful that we got the Mario 3D All-Star Collection. And Ori. Those are the top 2 things I think I'm really thankful for this year that we specifically got. I told Ryan to stop playing the first Ori game and just play the second one, because it's light years better. It really is. I never even thought. And I tell Ryan to do that because he takes 20 years to beat a game. So he's still like, with movies, he's still like, what? I don't even think he's seen Iron Man 3 yet, and out of the Avengers collections of movies. So, he takes his sweet time, but he's got to beat this game. It's his most game, and it's really, really, really good. Because I beat the first story, And I remember how amazing everyone said it would be, and it was okay. That was like my initial impressions. I just wasn't ever ultra over the top impressed what everyone said. But the second Ori game, it really is different. I mean, it really does feel like a masterpiece compared to the first one. Much better upgrade. I really am enjoying it. I'm not done with it yet, but I think Ryan's going to be in for a great treat with that one. And just having Mario All-Stars collection is just nice. You know, it's great to have those 4 Mario games on my Switch. Whether if I'm going to play them all right now or not and beat them, I'm not playing them all right now. I just kind of casually play and jump in. I haven't jumped in Sunshine since the GameCube days. So, you know, outside of that, you know, that's about it gaming-wise. Excited to see what Nintendo does in the future. Oh, yeah, I'm excited that Blythe got into Smash back in January. Oh, wait, this is not an April Fool's episode, is it? Sorry. No, but I'm glad there was another Fighter's Pass to give us more characters, so that was cool. But yeah, you know what? Outside of that, guys, that's really it. Thankful for my kids and my friends and my God, and that Nintendo still is making games, and good games at that. So, but you know, guys, I'm thankful for you. Thankful I've mentioned on this podcast. Thankful for you guys stepping up in my time of absence, and for you guys also being willing to help restructure the show to keep it going. That also goes to Chris, and that also goes to every guest that's helped us out with our show. I know Ryan and I are glad that the podcast can continue, even though it was getting really hard to keep it going with just the two of us. We're thankful that we're able to keep this thing afloat and to bring new ideas and new voices and opinions and different nostalgia to our show to help it continue to grow and to be better. And speaking to all of our listeners out there, please, you know, help spread the show and give us a 5-star rating and help us continue to be to grow and get better and more popular in our listenership. So, but you know, outside of that, guys, we just want to wish you all a happy Thanksgiving from us here at Nintendo Nostalgia, and that you guys have a blessed one and are ready for some more wintry seasons of Nintendo Nostalgia. And Josh, if you just want to close us out here with our due diligence, and we'll go from there.
Sure. You can always catch us on Twitter at Nintendo_NOS, on Facebook at with Nintendo Nostalgia. Also, don't forget the Nintendo Nostalgia group there. It's a great place to go hang out, get into some fun discussions and whatnot, all of that sort of thing. Yeah, of course, always you can find us on the Nintendo Village as well.
And that's it.
Awesome. All right, well, happy Thanksgiving, everybody, and later, Preston.
Happy Thanksgiving. Bye.
Bye-bye. That was the most hick thing I've ever said.